In the previous video, we looked at some interactions for unlocking lessons for learners on a cohort. And in this video, we're going to look at a different interaction, which is a way of sending emails to people associated with this cohort. To do this, we can click on this Add Your Interaction button here, and we have three options here. We can either send an email to learners, send an email to group leaders, or send an email to administrators. Now, learners would go to any learners within this group, and group leaders likewise would go to any group leaders associated with this group, so in this case, January cohort. Any emails sent to site administrators would go to all WordPress site administrators, so anyone who's in your WordPress platform with the role of administrator. So let's take a quick look at this now. So I'm going to send an email to learners, and we can schedule when this is set. So I've got at the moment here a X days from course start type workflow. So I can say maybe 1 day after course start. But if you're using a specific dates type workflow, you'll be able to set a certain date and time for this to be sent. Here is where we can add the email's content. And there are a few different ways you can do this. You can either create it from new, which means that you can write your content from scratch. So I could say, welcome to the course, and then add some content here. And I'll just add that there's the option to use these tokens here to replace things like first name. So I can put hi and then paste that in, and that would show the recipient's first name. So it's a good way to personalize the email. And we can also add last name, group name, and course name as part of these. So that's one way to add emails. Another is to use email templates. Now, if I choose this, create from email template, what this allows me to do is base and adapt the content of this email from an email template. Now, email templates are set in here. So if I head on the left-hand side here, I'm just going to open this in a new tab. You can create email templates, and I've got a couple in here, and we can just open one up to have a look. All these are, you have a name of it, and then your subject and email content. And if you've got emails that you're going to be sending a lot and not perhaps changing that much, then it makes sense to create templates for them, because you can then use them a lot in different cohorts and not have to recreate the same email each time. So I've got a couple in there just under email templates. I've got one saying welcome to the course, one for there's a Zoom call today. And if you want to create a new one, you just click add new email template, and you can create as many of these as you like. So going back onto where we're creating our email here, what we can do is select the template that we want to bring in, and I'm going to just choose welcome to the course here, and then you click use this template. And what that will do is bring the content from that email template into this editor here, and we can now make changes to it if we want to. And I could adapt it to say anything specific to this January cohort if I want to add that. And that's another way of adding it. The last way of adding it is this use fixed template. And what this will do is it will allow you to select an email template, and it will be used as is, which means that you won't have the facility to edit it, as in change things like the subject and content here, like if you use the create from template. However, we can choose an email template like this, and it will be sent and use the exact content that is in the email template at the point that the email is sent. And the benefit of using this one is that if you were to save this, and we've got here an interaction here, send fixed template email to learners, item welcome to the course. If you'd already saved that and then made a change, or found that you had a spelling mistake or something in that email template, all you would have to do is edit it, and then it would be sent from that specific email template. Whereas if you use the other one, where you imported it from an email template like this, what this one does is save a copy of this into the workflow. So if you spotted a spelling mistake on this one, then you would have to come in and make changes to it. So that's the difference between those two. So it's slightly less flexible, but a bit safer in that, if you do spot any mistakes, then it's easier to fix across multiple workflows. If we need to make changes to any of these, we can edit it and perhaps change the email template that we want to send there, or the number of days after that it sends. So that's one type of email template. I'll just go through a couple of the other ones. So I can add an interaction here. Perhaps this time I'm going to send an email to group leaders, and I'll send this 5 days after, and I'll just create this one from scratch. I'll say, please set up the Zoom call to do this. Please log into Zoom. So what this might be, perhaps if you're sending email to group leaders, might be a reminder to do something, or something that is more for the management of the cohort itself. The last one I'll do here is an email to administrators, and in the same way we can say maybe 10 days after the course start. This time I'm going to use create from template, and I'm just going to select there was a Zoom call today. I'm going to use this, and this will just pull in the content, and I can click update. And now we've got 3 different types of emails, all sent at different times. One of them is a fixed template sent to learners. This one is an email sent to group leaders, and this one is an email sent to administrators. So there's a few different types of email you can send out to different people. And what will happen now, once this date is reached, either if it's X days from workflow, it'll be +1 day from this date, or if you set specific dates as the workflow type, then you would have specified dates and times for these to be sent. When that's reached, what it does is adds that to an email queue, and then those emails are sent. And then what you would find is in the email log here, you have a list of all emails that are sent out and the times that they have been sent out.